Man, is he getting it done today.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
DeRozan and Murray in at the forward spots. Then it's DeMontis Sabonis. Then there's Zach LaVine. And it's Ellis in at the point. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. And with today's switching defensive style, versatile wing players are tremendously in demand, Coach.
Yeah, well, position now, Brian, comes down to who can you guard. And guys that can guard 3, 4, 5 different positions, those 6'7", 6'8" guys are often able to do that, and they are extremely valuable.
To the middle. Here's Porzingis. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Porzingis has got 10 points.
Well, there's an example of Brown's ability to see the floor. Nice pass right there.
Here's LaVine for 3. The three-pointer is good from LaVine. And it's Tatum with the ball for Boston. Outside Holiday. Back to Tatum. And a minute played as the second half gets going. The rebound by Murray. Murray's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Sabonis. And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. So the Kings making a change here. Valanciunas has checked in. DeRozan looks it over. To the paint. Clock is at 3. Here's Murray. And that misses. That would have put him up. Pretty good battle going on here in Sacramento. Holiday passes to Tatum. Over to the wing. And here's Holiday. Tatum finds Holiday. The kick to Tatum. There's the triple. Valanciunas with a rebound.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Incredible game. This lead has been exchanged 8 times.
Tremendous show of will and resilience on both sides.
White against LaVine. Oh, it's stolen by DeRozan. Pass to Valanciunas. Down low. Here's Ellis. Fires the 3. The shot misses.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Holiday passes to Tatum. The 3. Rebound by Sacramento.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
The shot's good.
Just a really gifted athlete. LaVine's speed makes him an effective penetrator.
Holiday passes to Brown.
2 minutes remaining.
Back to Holiday.
2 minutes.
Got a piece of it. On the wing, Tatum. They double-team Tatum. Just 5 to shoot. Holiday finds Porzingis. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Well, the defense just gave him that shot, and he wasn't able to convert. Very disappointing.
Back to LaVine from behind the arc. Second chance shot. Count it, and 1. He'll have a chance in the 3-point play. That one on White.
You talk about big boy muscle. Valanciunas just outworking the defense and capitalizing as well.
Celtics trail by 6. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
The kick to Tatum. A minute 20 left in the 3rd quarter. And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his first foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Here's Sacramento now. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Murray from outside. Hauled in by Brown. Boston's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 3rd. Pass to Holiday. Puts up a 3. Good. And Brown gets the assist.
3.
Brown's got 3 assists now in this one.
With balance and good rhythm, Holiday serves as an effective catch-and-shoot player.
Murray's shot is good.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Porzingis surveying the floor. 35 seconds left in the third quarter. Kicks it to DeRozan. The three is up. Another three for Sacramento.
And what's interesting, the three ball isn't a big part of DeRozan's game, but when he's feeling it, he can make it happen.
Outside White. Pass to Tatum. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Look at Brown getting it done inside.
Well, Brown helps out with the screen and then gets rewarded with an opening to attack.
Now here's Valanciunas. The three from DeRozan. And so it's the Sacramento Kings closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Appearing in control, but... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the floor for Boston, the perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. Pass to Levine. Here's DeRozan. Good work defensively by White. Celtics trail by 7. Tatum inside. He's covered by Levine. Tatum, a screen on Murray. Ooh, here's White on the drive. Left side, Porzingis. Clock at 4. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
On the offensive end, Porzingis has been so dialed in, making the most of every scoring opportunity he gets.
Murray. On the wing, Murray. And here is DeRozan. Back to Murray from the arc. Boston with a rebound. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Tatum way outside. The rebound by Murray. Murray's got his 6th rebound on the night. Levine with it. Now guarded by White. Valanciunas can't get it to go. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. And here's Brown for 3. Bullseye! Jaylen Brown!
Well, you know, when Brown's hitting the 3, it really opens up this offense.
And it's DeRozan missing. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
Murray against Tatum. Brown, a screen on Murray. Here's Tatum. Ooh, Tatum taking flight.
Oh, the ball handling of Tatum. It's what separates him from other star wings.
DeRozan outside. Pass to Murray. Back to DeRozan. Murray up top. 6 to shoot. Launches it. And DeRozan gets it to go on the assist by Murray.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
Oh, my. Huge play from Porzingis. A testament to the competitiveness that he plays with.
Here's Levine for 3. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
Oh, you have to applaud Levine's work ethic. He gives his all to find points for his team.
Tatum inside. He's against Murray. Tatum, good. Tatum's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Pass to Ellis. And here's Murray. On the wing, Levine. The 3 is up. Yes. and it's Murray picking up the assist. And the Kings lead by 5.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And neither side right now giving an inch. We'll see who cracks first.
Levine against White. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. Levine tenacious inside.
Yeah, this is an unbelievable performance from Levine. His offensive skill set is amazing.
Pass to Holiday. Back to Brown. Drives to the...
Oh, assertive play there by Brown. Rising to the challenge of the moment.
And stolen by Porzingis. White for 3. Money from deep.
Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Pass to DeRozan. Brown with the steal. There's the 3. Rebound by the Kings. Here's Ellis. Outside Levine. Here's Valanciunas. Defended by Porzingis. Outside for Levine. Here's Ellis. Murray for 3. They get it again. Here's Valanciunas. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Confronting a shooter of JV's stature is never easy, and he can make them pay for that mistake at the line.
He can't sink it, and that was an important free throw.
Well, they had a chance for the lead right there, but we're all evened up.
Porzingis with a screen on Valanciunas, and it's Brown off the drive.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
So the first one drops, and that gives him a lead.
2 shots.
Can't knock it down, and they really needed that one.
Well, not a perfect trip to the line, but he gets the one he needed to put them in the driver's seat.
The Kings call timeout. All right, guys, how do you see him managing the next possession?
And this is what it's all about. This shot could win the game. Not much time left, but they have just enough to execute a play.
Make some noise. In for your Kings. Number 11, Demontis.
Long range from the inbound. Off target from downtown. And so it's Boston who scrapes him up. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is...
say does that.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. Well, Doris, both these teams have the luxury of a very deep bench.
No doubt, Kevin. A lot of talent on both rosters. What that means is the defenses need to be active and aware even when substitutions are made, because the next basket can come from absolutely any guy on the floor.
Look at the 76ers starting group. They've got Embiid. He's out there with Paul George. Maxey out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Grimes in at the two-guard spot.
A swat by Porzingis, that wingspan, letting you know he's in the house.
Here's Grimes, light covering, George. And it's George finishing it off.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it.
Shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
The shot by Holiday, no good. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Inside, here's Drummond. Pass to Grimes. And the 3 off target. Austin's gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Outside, Maxey traps in the tray.
And that's tough to guard against. Maxey is just so quick off the ground with that pull-up.
Holiday, the pass to Tatum. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Here's Grimes. Light covering. Here's Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
Boy, the defense has no answer for Andre Drummond. That's what we call emphatic finish.
Tatum drives in. Right the pass to Holiday. With the drive, Porzingis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
Boy, what a display of toughness from Kristaps Porzingis. He's a rock down low.
Maxey passes to Grimes. Now here's Drummond. Embiid kicks to Maxey. Back to Embiid. Banked in off the glass.
It's just so tough to knock Embiid off the block. That's his territory.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. Here's MD after the basket by Boston, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Celtics trail by 4. Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking it.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis has got his second basket.
Well, you love the physicality by Porzingis. Mix it up off the backboards, KP.
Here's George, and George with the stuff.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Tatum passes to Porzingis. Out of bounds, Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Holiday with the 3. Rebound Andre Drummond. Philadelphia leading by 4. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Well, you love how Paul George finishes on the drive. That is a powerful dunker right there.
Here's Holiday, and that one good.
Their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Philadelphia. He notched 8 points. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics.
It can't leave any room for Paul George outside. He will deliver from deep.
And what about the evolution of Tyrese Maxey? Greg, according to him, he's just getting started.
Well, Kevin, I'd have to agree. I mean, he's got some big shoes to fill with James Harden leaving, but each year this guy has just gotten better. And not only has he matched Harden's production in Philadelphia.
We've got to get this guy in the dunk contest. Jaylen Brown taking flight with that insane athleticism.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
A huge part of their offense, pushing the ball, looking for fast break opportunities, always a good idea.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
The 76ers lead it. Here's Maxey. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on White.
Probably the last guy you want to foul out there, Maxey. Almost automatic at the strike.
This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team, shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
Pass to Grimes. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And that's how you have to defend him out there on the three-point line. Played him perfectly.
Tatum with it. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. George looking around. From downtown, they grab their own miss. Here's Drummond. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
The shot goes up. You've got to put a body on Andre Drummond. This guy's so good off the offensive window.
Holiday, the pass to Porzingis, and he makes that one. And that's now 6 points for Porzingis.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
That one is good from Joel Embiid.
Come on, Joel Embiid. I mean, 7-footers are not supposed to shoot like that. And you watch Jason Tatum year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
You know, Doris, from the moment Jason Tatum entered the NBA, he has been the guy on his team. How big a burden do you think that is for a player to carry?
Well, Jason Tatum, regardless of how much responsibility he has always worn it gracefully. This young man, from the time he was a little kid in St. Louis, has dreamed of leading an NBA team. He is doing exactly that.
Maxey finds Embiid. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Boston ball.
So it's the Celtics now. It's a 3-point game. Tatum passes to Holiday. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Kicks it out to Maxey. Shoots over White. Rebound by the Celtics. Porzingis has got 5 rebounds tonight. It's up a 3. And there is White. And that's good on the assist by Tatum. White's got his first 3 points of the game. 76ers have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Pass to McCain. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. And the 76ers lead by 3. Holiday against Maxey. And Holiday kicks to White. Back to Holiday. Tatum with the screen on Maxey. Shot clock at 6. Brown outside. The turnaround Jay. Here's Tatum. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got his 5th rebound in this one. Embiid in the corner. Fires for 3. Pass to McCain. Lets it go from deep. Embiid showing his range right there.
3 points.
The big fella, Embiid, making it look too easy.
Maxey against Holiday. Now here's Brown. He's guarded closely. The kick out to Tatum. Porzingis with a screen on George. Tatum wide open. He fires one. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Tatum's got 7.
How about that? The quick feet, quick thinking makes the play an easy one in screen and roll action for Jason Tatum.
Pass to Embiid. And here is Drummond, guarded by Porzingis. Here's McCain. Shoots over White. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. 76ers lead by 4. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
Yeah, this guy, he plays fast, he's aggressive, and if you let him get to the cup, there is nothing that you can do about it.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, Paul George is out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's McCain in at shooting guard. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And give credit to Maxey for just being aggressive inside, earning that whistle in the process.
Maxey hits them both. Doris, some great shooters on this Boston team, but at times, don't you think they settle from the perimeter?
Well, Kevin, obviously, this is a coaching staff that puts a heavy emphasis on three-point shooting. They led the league in makes, they led the league in attempts. But obviously, your two best players, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, with their size and athleticism and driving ability, you want to try to find the right balance. They do a great job of that.
Drummond finds George. Drills the three-pointer. George has got 14 points.
Are you kidding me? Just look at what Paul George is doing to the defense over and over. My goodness.
Outside, White. Tatum down low. It doesn't go for him. Good D by Embiid. Philadelphia leading by 5. Outside for George. Pass to Embiid. Back to George. To the middle. Physical play by Embiid inside.
And right there, Embiid showing he's just too big and too skilled to stop.
And the dunk by Tatum.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. And I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
I know you and I agree. They do, David. Thank you very much. Holiday finds Porzingis.
You have to know how to play pick and roll in today's NBA. And Porzingis has got great instincts of when to dive and when to fade.
Pass to Embiid. To the inside. Drummond. Porzingis with the rebound. Celtics trail by 5. And we all here talk about Drew Holiday's defense. But, Doris, he is much more than that. You've said it countless times.
Kevin, this is a guy who's a tremendous rebounder for a guard, a very willing playmaker. He can carry a scoring burden if you need him to, but he's also willing to take a very limited number of shots. It's all about the team with him.
You've seen, Doris, Paul George's journey from role player to MVP candidate.
There's a reason, Kevin, Paul George is one of the most emulated players in the league with young people. His game is so well-rounded. And maybe his best attribute is his adaptability. Paul George is equally comfortable either being the lead man, or if need be, he can play with 2 or 3 other stars and still be effective. Really incredible.
Porzingis passes to Tatum. Pass to White. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. White's got 5 points so far.
To me, this is when Derek White is at his most dangerous. When the jumper is falling, it opens up the other aspects of his game.
Drummond with a screen on White.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Celtics trail by 5. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That'll be his second foul of the game.
second personal foul, second team foul.
.116 left to play in the third. No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. The 76ers with another miss. The Celtics have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. The kick out to Brown. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Drummond passes to Maxey. Embiid wide open. Out to the right wing. Fires the three. And that one's good. Maxey's got the lead up to 8 now for the 76ers. Tatum passes to White. Tatum kicks to White. Holiday against Embiid. Here's White. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. The shot by George, no good. The Celtics shooting 44% on their field goal attempts in quarter 3. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Porzingis with a screen on Embiid. Tatum finds Porzingis. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chipping.
And so it's Philadelphia holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 spot. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
Better than most centers from the line. Embiid exceptional with his hands.
Celtics trail by 11. Tatum passes to Porzingis. Back to Tatum. Celtics passing it around. Pass to Holiday. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Maxey kicks to George. And here's Maxey. A good look from Embiid. And Tatum pulls it down. Here's White. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
That is impressive stuff from Derek White. Defender in his grill, no problem.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Back to Maxey. Boston grabs the miss. Right side Holiday. Count it, good.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
Pass to McCain. To the wing right side. And here's George. Frames it from beyond the arc. George has got 19 points.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Pass to McCain. Back to Maxey. Down low, here's Embiid. Great D that time from Tatum. Celtics trail by 7. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, one thing we know, Porzingis is fearless. He had no hesitation on what was a huge basket for them.
And slam dunk by Maxey.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay?
Back to Holiday.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Tatum setting the pick for Holiday. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Drummond's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Drummond with a screen on Brown. Tipped away. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Over Maxey. Brown finds Porzingis. The kick out to Brown. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter. And that one drops for him.
You can tell Jaylen Brown embraces these kinds of moments. Big-time bucket.
George against Brown. Embiid. Pass to McCain. Now, here's George. Inside. Here's Embiid. Pocket 6. Maxey on the wing. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Offensive rebound. And Drummond kicks to Maxey. Now Drummond. Here's Embiid. Misses from close range.
Well, whether it's a defensive adjustment or he's gone just a bit cold, that efficiency has really fallen off this quarter.
Shot is good in the 76ers lead. Is cut down to 3 on the bucket from White.
Derek White showing you I can put it on the deck and finish off a pretty drive. Nicely done, Derek.
And Drummond throws it down.
Oh, Andre Drummond in a big moment with a big bucket. Yes, sir.
Pass to Maxey. 26 seconds left in the game. Stolen by Holiday.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
Fires the 3. Good on the triple. And the 76ers lead by 8. And it's sent back by George. So the 76ers win it. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is
And a peek into the locker room. Players soaking in the last few moments before the game. Hi, and thanks for joining us on Well, it's fair to say we can expect a bruising battle between these two, Grant.
Yeah, these are two teams that dare you to bring the ball at them. They both feast on the defensive side, so don't expect any scoring records broken in this one.
And the starting group for the Celtics. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the center position. And stolen by Porzingis. Outside Tatum. Back to Porzingis. White against Green. And he jams it home with authority.
just magnificent. I mean, he punishes the D for lackluster effort.
They look a little disorganized there. The result is an emphatic jam.
Yeah, when you're not locked in on defense, they will make you pay with an easy finish there.
And when you talk about the Boston Celtics last year, they were historically good, Richard.
Yeah, they had the 4th best net rating ever in the history of the game. That's Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, the MJ Bulls, shattered the NBA record for offensive rating at 123.1. They were unreal.
With balance and good rhythm, Holiday serves as an effective catch-and-shoot player.
Here's Şengün, and he banks in the layup.
Once he saw the smaller defender guarding him, he took it right to the rack.
Tatum against Thompson. Outside, Brown. Oh, Brooks with the steal. And here's Green from the arc. Rebound, Boston.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Ime Udoka for a minute. We discussed Jaylen Brown and what makes him such a hard player to defend. And coach said to me, Jaylen is a freak athlete and has become a really good shooter over time too. We can't give him clean looks and we have to guard him closely. Let's see if the defense is up to the task.
And Allie, thank you for that.
Normally he drains that.
Three-pointer knocks down the triple.
Okay, that's some impressive range from Green. Daring the defense to cover him that far out? Well, look, he can have that.
Outside Tatum takes a three. Here's Porzingis. Thompson pulls it in. Houston has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. White on the wing. Back to Porzingis. Holiday from long range. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
The unique perspective of a big. Porzingis has great awareness and the ability to easily find the open man.
Out to Thompson. Brooks a screen on Tatum. Thompson attacking. Here's Brooks. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Outside Holiday.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Back to Tatum. Thompson pulls it in. The Rockets trail. You look at his college days and his rookie year, Tatum has always been on a winning team, Richard.
B.A., I think it starts with his approach. There's always been an air of professionalism when it comes to Tatum. He's just a young player that is focused only on winning.
Now here's Porzingis. And they double up Porzingis. Brown inside, working on Şengün. Just 2 to shoot. Holiday passes to White. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. The Rockets have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Brooks outside. With the drive, and he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal
Fred, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that.
Now here's Holiday. 6 points for him. The 3, Porzingis. Brooks with the rebound.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
So it's Boston now. The Rockets getting their last shot to go. Tatum finds Brown. And out of bounds. Houston will have it.
Houston ball.
There's 45 seconds left to play in the first. Outside for Green. Launches a 3. Unable to get that one. Boston trailing. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go.
Celtics ball.
Green is the 2 with Brooks at the 3. Amin Thompson out there with Alperon Şengün. And it's Van Vliet in at the point guard position. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
Muscling that one in. JB is a strong individual.
And he gets the bucket. Şengün's got 6.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Outside Porzingis. There's Tatum with the 3. Offensive rebound. Pass to Brown. On the wing, Tatum. Now Holiday. Back to Tatum. Shot clock at 6. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Brown can't hit. Houston leading by 5. And how about Jaylen Brown, Richard? Named to his first All-NBA team in 2023. A very important piece to him.
NBA, what timing. It made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax. At the time, it was the largest contract in NBA history. And how did he follow it up? He won the Larry Bird Award as the best player in the Eastern Conference playoffs. Carving up the defenders like a surgeon. Brown is gifted at getting all the way to the rim.
The 3 from Thompson sends it home from three-point land.
See, he had time to line it up, and you know what? He's capable.
Outside, Brown. And there's a 3-second call. This one on the defense.
Celtics ball.
Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Rockets.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
Now here's Porzingis. It's rebounded by Şengün.
That's just a bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
Green with the ball. Picked up by Tatum. The open shot by Thompson. And that comes off the assist by Green. Thompson's got 5 points now in the quarter. Celtics trail by 7. Outside Holiday. And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
BA, Fred VanVleet said, I've been a leader on pretty much every team that I've ever played for. I'm a leader in life. It's just something you either have or you don't. Something you gotta work at. Some guys will gravitate towards it and some won't. Brian, is it that simple?
Well, I think most of his teammates value what he has to say, for sure. Now here's Şengün. 7-point game, biggest lead so far. Stolen by Thompson. From deep. The Rockets again can't hit.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
And when Porzingis can be a third option on a team, he is deadly and efficient, RJ.
We've always seen Porzingis as the guy or as a second option. But when he has elite teammates around him, he really flourishes.
Standing at 7'3", we have never seen a player quite like Kristaps Porzingis. A fantastic shooter, a solid ball handler. What a talent.
Celtics trail by 5. Three-pointer, Holiday. It's rebounded by Şengün. The Rockets have gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. And here's Thompson for 3. Pure from three-point range. Thompson's got 9.
And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown.
The drive by Holiday. Missed inside. The Rockets lead by 8. Green, the pass to Van Vliet. Back to Green. There's the triple. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
And you look at Derek White, Richard, the energy he plays with, it is remarkable.
That's his greatest attribute, his activity on both ends of the floor. Having a high motor is a skill. He keeps coming and tries to wear you down. No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
And here's Green from the arc. Green, money from deep.
For Jalen Green to to be an all-star level guy, he's got to knock down those threes.
Here's White into the lane. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one on Şengün.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
And he drops the first.
White, 2 shots.
White hits them both. Houston leading by 7. Van Vliet outside. Thompson, a screen on Holiday. Van Vliet, the pass to Thompson. It's Şengün, high post. Van Vliet finds Şengün. 4 on the clock. And here's Thompson for 3. Rebound Boston. Holiday's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Brown. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Brown so fast off the drive. Tough for defenders to keep up.
These are his first free throws in the game.
Jalen Brown, 2 shots.
And the second free throw is good. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first half. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Such a tenacious competitor. When Brooks looks to score inside, he is so skilled at finding ways to draw contact.
That one's no good. Oh, got a piece of it. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Şengün.
Oh, they're lucky that pass was just tipped and not taken. Could have been worse.
Holiday against Van Vliet. Outside Tatum. Right side White. Amin Thompson. He's feeling it tonight. And he's been the driving force for Houston. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Back after this.
22.
And if you're just joining in, 1 half is in the books. 1 half to go. Well, you got to like what we're seeing from Amin Thompson.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Kicking off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. The perimeter pair, White and Brown. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Holiday in at the 1. Now here's Holiday. Tatum passes to Porzingis. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Şengün.
At 7'3", Porzingis is a problem. Really makes defenses settle for fouling him and hoping he misses.
And he sinks the second. All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA, you think?
Star treatment? What is that, B.A.? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
Here's Porzingis after the basket by Houston. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Celtics trail by 11. Left side Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. Brown passes to Porzingis. Porzingis punishing inside.
Check out Porzingis' energy. He's just relentless on both ends of the court.
Lets it go. The kick out to Van Vliet. Green for 3. Boston pulls it in. Tatum's got 6 rebounds in the game. Left side White. Outside Tatum. Pass to Porzingis. Thompson with a steal. Van Vliet scanning the floor. Off target from 3-point range. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Takes it inside. And a missed layup. Houston leading by 9. Şengün finds Brooks. And stolen by Holiday. Now the Celtics on the move. And the call will be against Alperon Şengün. That's his third foul of the game.
Third personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Porzingis. Shoots over Şengün. Outside, Brown. Porzingis sets a screen. Brown passes to Porzingis. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got his fifth rebound in this one. Outside, Green. The three ball. Boston pulls it in. Tatum's got rebound number 7 tonight. Among the best in the NBA for a few years now. Jason Tatum. RJ, he's still quite young. How can he get even better?
Oh, he can just get wiser and wiser, and that's what happens with the young players. They get to a physical level where they can dominate, but where they get better is mentally. They get mentally stronger as they get into these experiences more.
Nails it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, this is the kind of scorer this rookie can be. Thompson just doing whatever he wants right now.
The kick to Tatum. Porzingis with a screen on Thompson. And Tatum, here we go. Too easy for Tatum, even with the contact.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Yeah, no question Van Vliet was going to find his man. He has excellent court vision.
No miscalculation. They are really their own worst enemy right now. It's why they find themselves way behind.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Ryan, one of the great challenges of an NBA player's life is being traded. Veteran PJ Tucker said, in 24 hours, you're playing for another team in another city, getting all of your stuff, uprooting your kids, changing schools. Your whole entire life changes in a blink. If you've never experienced it, you'd never understand. EA?
Pretty heavy stuff, Allie. Thank you. Ooh, here's White on the drive. Comes up.
time. And that's a winning play.
Outside Porzingis. Şengün against White. For three. No good that time.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Green in the post. Defended by Porzingis. And that one's good for Brooks.
Such a reliable mid-range shooter. Brooks doesn't hesitate when he sees an opportunity to rise up from there.
Outside White. Pass to Porzingis. Holiday against Van Vliet. Tatum a screen on Green. White the pass to Tatum. Misses the layup. And Brooks has got the ball here for the Rockets. They've led by as many as 11. That's good by Thompson.
That first step is so dangerous with Bauman. I mean, he was just gone.
Here's Tatum. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Rockets?
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
Yeah, the other thing they're doing is absolutely scorching the net. Red hot from outside all game long.
And the slam dunk by Thompson.
You know, inside is where Thompson excels, and the concentration allowing him to finish there.
Outside Holiday. Back to Porzingis. Ooh, Thompson with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Şengün. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Clock at 6. Up top, Brown. Over Van Vliet. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good.
There you go, JB. I love his confidence. One of his strongest traits.
Pass to Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
Back to the basics. Unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
2 minutes.
And there's a defensive 3 seconds call. And the technical free throw is good.
And in a close game like this, they can really rely on him to take care of business at the line.
Here's Tatum. We've got 1:48 left in the final quarter. Porzingis with a screen on Thompson. Tatum passes to Porzingis. It's hauled in by Houston. Şengün's got rebound number 7 tonight. Outside, Green. Thompson outside. Şengün, a screen on Tatum. Pass to Şengün. The shot, no good. Tatum with some nice D. Outside, Brown. From the arc. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. On the wing, Green. He's guarded by White. Green, the pass to Şengün. Green against White. Pass to Thompson. And stolen by Holiday. It's a one-on-one situation. Here's Porzingis. Money.
It's been great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
There's a screen. Thompson passes to Brooks. Inside. Thompson finds Brooks. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Oh, gets the 3 to fall.
I mean, you have to love the intensity Van Vliet plays with in these situations. He's always ready to meet a challenge.
Holiday against Van Vliet. Porzingis with a screen on Van Vliet. Holiday from long range. The 3 won't fall. Pass to Brooks. Van Vliet outside. Misses the three. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. What's the best strategy for him?
But this comes down to whether they want to go for a 3 to win or send it to overtime with a 2. Either way, it's got to happen off this inbound pass.
And so it's the Rockets who come out on top here. What a performance they have here at home today.
I'll tell you what, these are the ones that are so nice to win and so tough to lose. I love being on the edge of my seat, never knowing what would happen next.
All right, Alec, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson.
Let's meet the visiting.
And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. Alperen Şengün out there with Amen Thompson. And it's Van Vliet in at the point. George looking around. Drummond in the post. Şengün covering. Gordon the pass to Maxey. Shot clock at 6. 76ers moving the ball around. Count that one.
Hey, if you don't box out Drummond, this happens. He's an exceptional offensive rebounder who can hurt you big time with the putbacks.
Now here's Van Vliet. Pass to Şengün. No good with the layup. And the 76ers with possession. And Clark, the Rockets, just one of a handful of franchises to win back-to-back NBA titles.
Can you believe that, Kevin? It was roughly 30 years ago that the Rockets did that, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, perhaps the best player in the league at that time. Of course, this was while Michael Jordan was retired from the NBA the first time.
And now Philadelphia on the break. And that one's good. Drummond.
Big man on the move. Drummond running the floor, getting rewarded there with the hoop.
Şengün with the bucket.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Now, here's Maxey. Back to Embiid. George passes to Gordon. And Drummond kicks to Gordon. They get it again. And Drummond throws it down.
You know, Drummond always looks like he's trying to tear the basket down when he dunks.
Van Vliet passes to Şengün. No good on the three. The 76ers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Kicks it out to Maxey. To the paint. Here's Drummond. Rockets with the rebound.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thank you. Tyrese Maxey has stepped up into a starring role with the 76ers. He says these guys have the ultimate confidence all the way from the organization down to the players. So I can just go out there and be aggressive, play my game, even through mistakes. It's all part of extraordinary growth for the guard. Devin?
Hey, thanks. He is rewarding their faith. And I love his statement on growth. He's always looking to expand. George dishes to Embiid. Drummond in the post, working on Green, and that one's good. Drummond.
When Drummond's points come, they tend to come inside. He's got a lot of ways to beat you down low.
Pass to Brooks. And he dunks it down.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible.
Yeah, he still made it look good, though.
Now, here's Thompson. After the miss from Andre Drummond. And Brooks gets it on the assist from Van Vliet.
Oh, nice play from Brooks down in the paint. Not afraid to get physical on the inside.
Clark famously, Fred Van Vliet was undrafted. Why do you think he was overlooked?
Wow, I tell you, I think size. But, man, when you look at his intangibles, it's hard to not be impressed with what Fred Van Vliet has done. He is an incredible basketball player. Smart, tough, skilled, relentless. He's had a great career as an undrafted player. When it's Green making plays for others, that's a really good sign for this squad.
Maxey against Van Vliet. Outside for George. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Now here's Brooks. Green. It's hauled in by George.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
To the inside, and stolen by Thompson. On the wing, Green. Andre Drummond has been on display for Philadelphia. Between his points and his rebound. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. At the guard positions, Van Vliet and Green. Thompson is out there with Brooks, and it's Adams in at center. Now, here's Maxey, stolen by Van Vliet. And here we go with Brooks running it up the court, poked loose, and stolen by Gordon. Driving in, and the 76ers get it back. George against Brooks. Pass to Embiid, lets it go with a three. It's rebounded by Houston. Green kicks to Van Vliet. Back to Green. Fires from deep. That one's rebounded by Embiid. The 76ers trail. Outside Gordon. To the middle. Here's Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an edge.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Now, here's George. After Jalen Green's miss, Embiid wide open. A three-pointer off the mark. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. And Green puts up a deep three. Another miss by Houston. 76ers have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Here's Drummond. Pass to Embiid. The strength of Embiid on display.
Hey, Embiid is used to this. It's second nature to him. That's why he's so good at being able to score through contact.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Now, here's Maxey. Still yet to score. And it's Drummond missing. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Brooks. And the Rockets lead by 1. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes.
Now, here's Thompson. After the miss from Andre Drummond. And Thompson gets it to go. The league is attempting, Clark, to minimize flopping. Do you like the technical foul assessment for just that act?
Yeah, I do. I really do, because that way you can get it out of the game. These guys are as big, as strong as any athletes in the world. They shouldn't be falling down as much as they do trying to draw fouls.
So it's the Rockets now. After the miss from Tyrese Maxey. Thompson, a screen on Gordon. Back to Thompson. Embiid with the steal. And now Philadelphia on the break. George with no one around. Buries it from three-point range. George has got the game tied up here for the 76ers. Van Vliet kicks to Thompson. Brooks setting a pick for Thompson. Takes it inside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, Clark, we hear a lot about the antics with Brooks, but he deserves more attention for his play.
I agree, especially on the defensive end, Kevin. He's one of the top perimeter defenders in the league, and some of what his antics are flowing out of is his competitive spirit. I still think he needs to tamp down the antics, because that does take away from what he does, which is lock guys up and play with great competitive spirit all the time. They've gone out of their way to involve Drummond in this offense, and I think that's really kept him engaged.
Thompson with the bucket.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Stolen by Brooks. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And Clark watching Amen Thompson. He is just a different kind of athlete.
He sure is, boy. Special as an athlete. And we've got some of the greatest athletes in the world across the NBA. He's smooth, he's explosive, he's fluid, well coordinated. Seems like he just kind of floats in the air. It's special to watch him do his thing.
Now here's Gordon. 5 to shoot. Drummond passes to Gordon. Back to Drummond. It's rebounded by Houston. Thompson's got 4 rebounds in this game. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Green with the ball. And it's Gordon picking him up. Thompson dishes to Brooks. Here's Green, and he drives in. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Pass to Embiid from outside the arc. That ball's nice speed that time from Jordan. Embiid's got 5 points now in the quarter.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
And so it's tied as we head to halftime. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports.
27.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Andre Drummond has been sensational.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Guys, he's been in beast mode down low, asserting his will. The defense has been helpless, unable to slow him down.
Maxey out there with Gordon. Then it's George. Then there's Embiid. And it's Drummond in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
And you have to like how active Brooks is on the floor, working hard to be where his team needs him on that break.
And Fred VanVleet is going to pick up a foul.
That's his first.
That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And another turnover here by Philadelphia.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
Houston in the lead. Kick out to Adams. Back to VanVleet. Adams with the screen on Maxey. For 3, VanVleet.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Maxey against VanVleet. 3-pointer by Embiid. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside, Green. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Now here's VanVleet. Scoreless thus far. 6 on the shot clock. Thompson passes to Brooks. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists in the game.
Oh, the balance Brooks has is impressive. Able to work through the defense and still capitalize.
Drummond in the post. Adams defending. Outside, Maxey. Drummond. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
That's serving it up on the platter there. What a nice pass. A high percentage look was the result.
Here's Thompson. Stolen by Gordon. Outside, Maxey. Inside, here's Embiid. This is where Embiid wants the ball.
Inside, Embiid has almost too many options. A lot of ways he can get it done.
Clark, we know what a great player Joel Embiid is. He was the 2023 MVP, and he was on that same road until he got injured last season.
Unfortunate to see the big fella Embiid deal with the injuries that he has throughout his career, even going back to his 1 year in college. It's unfortunate, but that has hampered what is a special, special talent in Embiid.
Edwards, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Drummond with a screen on Green. Over in the corner, Edwards. And Drummond kicks to Gordon. VanVleet against Edwards. Stolen by Thompson. And oh, here we go. Brooks got it, the fast break chance. And Thompson throws it down.
This one has been all about Amen Thompson, a freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
Houston moving the ball around. Green, no luck.
I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
And it's Drummond missing. Maxey looking it over. Outside, Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. Gordon, the pass to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Dropping the hammer. That's why Embiid looks to get deep inside position.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
The Rockets shoot their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. First one falls for him. Paul George is checked in for Edwards.
Fred VanVleet.
And so VanVleet nails both of them. 1:32 left to play in the third. Embiid with a screen on Brooks. George dishes to Embiid. Back to George. Over Brooks. The rebound by Steven Adams.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Brooks with it. Maxey covering.
It's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
And there's a flexibility to Brooks's game. He can play a specific role for you, or he can be a high-usage guy. Really depends on what a team needs from night to night.
Drummond. Back to Maxey. It's stolen by Adams. Brooks for three. They get the rebound. Thompson can't connect from short range. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Gordon kicks to Drummond. Kicks it out to Maxey. Good on the three-point shot.
The shortest three in the game. Maxey solid from that corner.
Thompson outside. Back to Van Vliet. Pass to Brooks. On the wing, Green. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Jalen Green, shooting 1.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Hey, it's hard not to gush about Green. I mean, he's one of the more exciting talents to enter this league in quite some time.
Kicks it out to Van Vliet. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Van Vliet's got 5.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Drummond with a screen on Brooks. The third quarter comes to a close. Rockets lead by 5. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
Team foul.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. So on the floor for Houston. Running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. Thompson is out there with Steven Adams, and it's Van Vliet in at the point.
PG-13, using that length inside.
Brooks kicks to Thompson. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
The 76ers trail by 6. Outside, George. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. George has got 5 points in the quarter. Van Vliet passes to Green. Brooks setting the pick for Thompson. Going inside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on George.
And the toughness of Brooks on display, not fearing contact when he's looking to score inside.
And so he hits both. Philadelphia's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Van Vliet kicks to Adams. Outside, Green. 6 to shoot. Here's Thompson, and there's the call on Amen Thompson. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Pass to Drummond. Maxey against Van Vliet. Embiid with a screen on Van Vliet. Outside, Maxey. Here's George. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Adams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Green dishes to Thompson. Back to Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
Here's George. And he elevates with a slam dunk. Steven Adams did not like that at all.
Yeah, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Gordon finds Maxey. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Really a good decision turning to Drummond in this spot. Needing a big basket, and he goes and gets an elite score, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
Here's Maxey following the score by Houston. Embiid is at the elbow.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
On the wing, Gordon, guarded by Green. In the corner, Drummond with it. George against Brooks. Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Near the three-point line, it's Van Vliet. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
And you have to appreciate the confidence. Van Vliet wastes no time shooting the rock when he is in that groove.
1:24 left in the fourth quarter. Three-pointer by Embiid. No good that time. Rockets leading by 7. Thompson outside. Adams against Embiid. Embiid with the steal.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over. Hey, you know that George is going to take the shot when the game is up for grabs. I mean, that's who he is, and that's what's expected of him. He's an exceptional decision maker in these situations, which makes it even more obvious.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
That's his second personal foul.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. Got one more, though.
Thompson is one of the best pure athletes to come into the league in quite some time. He's fast, and boy, can he fly.
Maxey passes to Drummond. It drops, and now they trail by just 4.
And how about Drummond's ability to stay calm under pressure? That will always make your coaches happy.
Now here's Brooks. Thompson looking for an opening. Brooks kicks to Adams. 17-foot shot on the way. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. 15 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Maxey passes to Drummond. Down low.
He just bangs down the one-hand.
2 very easy points right here.
Take those all day long.
And they go to the intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
Second one is good. In both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity strike to close this one out.
And so it's a narrow victory for Houston, pulling it out for the double. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.